Welcome back. I'm here with our La Liga correspondent Matt Law to preview Barcelona's final game of the season at home to Deportivo. Matt, Barca last time out, they sealed the league title with that impressive 1-0 win at Atletico.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, obviously it came to that final week, penultimate weekend of the season. Interestingly, that was the stage of the season last season that Atletico went to Barcelona and won the league, so obviously they've given a bit of payback there, and that's a nice little side story. And obviously as it transpired, Real Madrid beat Espanyol 4-1, so if Barcelona had a drawn, it would have gone to the final weekend of the season. But Barca, the game itself was, to be honest, Atletico disappointed a little bit. They had a few half chances here and there, but Atletico going forward have sort of tailed off in the last few months, and Barca obviously remained nice and solid at the back and got the goal. It was a lovely goal itself, wasn't it? Pedro obviously came into the team with Suarez, who was injured. He got injured in the Bayern Munich semi-final of the Champions League, and not bad replacement. Pedro, he scored a worldie against Sociedad the week before, so he came in, nice little combination with Messi, and Messi sticks it into the bottom corner and sort of summed up the way it's going for Messi and Barcelona at the moment. And later on, Atletico had a couple of half chances, but I think the main thing for me is Barcelona this season, they've scored 108 league goals, which is not even the most. Real Madrid have got more than them in the league this season. But the interesting thing for me is the goals conceded. 19 goals conceded in 37 games is incredible for a Barcelona team. You're thinking about who are always going to score goals. You know, you expect them. Suarez has got 16 in the lead, Neymar 22. They're all in wonderful form. But to be that solid at the back, Gerard Piqué has been very good. Dani Alves, since the contract talks died down, he's had an excellent last couple of months. Mascherano and Alba as well, and goalkeeper Bravo coming from Sociedad, he's had a great season as well. So I mentioned 4 points here around Madrid. Like I said, the title's gone. They got 87 points last season, 93 this, so they could potentially, if they win this, 9 more points. And to find 9 points in Spain after the season they had last season is incredible. And obviously they're on for the treble now, the way it's going. The Copa del Rey final against Bilbao, then they've got a Champions League final against Juventus, and well, the greatest will in the world, you'd have them favourites for both games, wouldn't you? Bilbao, they'd expect to beat. Juventus, they would expect to beat as well. I think they'd rather Juventus than Real Madrid. I think that's probably fair to say. But Luis Enrique's future is going to be interesting. You know, there's talk about he might walk away even if they win the treble. So because of his situation with Messi, and earlier on in the season he had that thing where he left him out of the game against Sociedad. Barca got beat then, but since then they've had 20 games in the league since then. Won 18, drawn 1, lost at home to Malaga. But apart from that, it's been unbelievable form, and I think for this game as well, it is expected to be Xavi's final appearance in a Barcelona shirt. 8 league titles, 3 Champions Leagues. He's been there since 1991, so an amazing career. You know, arguably their best ever player, and just the way he always gets such a great reception wherever he goes. And I think that's nice to see, and Iniesta gets the same because obviously his exploits for Spain. All Spanish people, you know, appreciate what he's done, and Barcelona won the league, on for the treble, and it's been an unbelievable season, and you know, all looking up, and they're expected to put a show on here.
Quick word on Xavi. Do you think it's the right time for him to leave?
I think so, yeah. You know, look at saying that he's had some great performances coming off the bench this season, but I think he's off to Qatar, and he's going to play a role in the academy out there, bringing players through, outside. I think it is, isn't it, going out there? And I think, yeah, you don't want to sort of outstay your welcome. Not to say that Barcelona don't want to keep him, because I think they've offered him, he's actually still got another year in his contract, but they're going to let him go on a free, let him go out to Qatar. Nice lifestyle, lots of money, and bringing young players through. So I think, yeah, it's the right time.
I think when you look at maybe what sort of Gerard's done this season, you know, you think maybe that Gerard maybe left the season too late because he's certainly not had the best finishing season at Liverpool. I think probably the right time for Xavi to leave. But moving on to Deportivo, they go into this game just outside the bottom 3. Massive win last week, but they're in real danger of going down.
Real danger, like you say, it was a massive win last time out. The first one in 15 in the league against Levante, and I think if they didn't win that game, they'd have been in incredible amounts of trouble. Like I say, they're sitting 17th out the table, outside the bottom 3 just about, and obviously they've got the better head-to-head. Worse head-to-head, than the Granada, who are just above them, and it's 2 from 4 the last game of the season. Cordoba are down; they've been down for some weeks now, sitting bottom of the table. Apart from that, it's either Almeria, Eibar, Deportivo, and Granada. Granada have 34, Deport 34, Eibar and Almeria both 32. So, but you look at the games in the season. Almeria welcome Valencia. Valencia needs something from that game to secure 4th. I think the big one is Eibar play Cordoba at home, and Cordoba are, if you're going to handpick a game for the last game of the season, Eibar have been terrible in the second half of the season, but if you're going to pick, you play Cordoba at home because they're the worst team in the league by some distance. Granada host Atletico, so. But you think about if Deport can get something from this game, then they'd fancy their chances, but they're going to really go to the Camp Nou and do something, I'm not sure. I mean, the players they've got this season, they've had some decent players. And Lucas Perez got both their assists last time out. He's got 5 in the league this season. He's been a decent player. Oriol Riera, I think he was at Wigan, wasn't he, earlier in the season? He went there and he went back in January, and he's chipped in with 4 league goals, but they just don't really do enough in terms of they don't defend well enough, they don't really score enough goals. And I think the saving grace is, the strange thing in Spain is if Depor do finish in the relegation zone, there's talk of Elche financial, you know, fine being placed on them, and it might even take them down, so they might even end up going down. And Almeria talk about having a 3-point deduction as well at some point. It happens in Spain, you know, there's lots of rules broken, but obviously the strike at the end of the season wasn't even going to happen last week. So the fact that that's come in, it's a massive ask for Deportivo, and they'll just be hoping on results elsewhere that other teams lose and might be able to just sneak into staying up.
So if you were to predict, say, obviously Cordoba already gone down, if you were to predict the other two teams to join, then who would you say?
I think Eibar will beat Cordoba, so I think Eibar will stay up, and I think unfortunately it will be Almeria, Deportivo. You know, you're looking at either of them going to really get anything from the games. I mean, you'd fancy Eibar. Eibar have not been good second half season, but you'd fancy them. So I'd have to go, Cordoba, Almeria, Deportivo, unfortunately.
So what's your score prediction for this game?
It's a massive ask. Like I say, Barca have got more pressing matters now, but there's no way they'll be taking this game lightly because they want to finish, like I say, finish on 96 points if they win this in the league. And I think Real Madrid surpassed 100 a few seasons ago under Mourinho when they won it. I think it was, I don't remember what it was, but when he won 12-13 maybe, so 11-12. And to be fair to Deportivo, it's a massive ask, and I think Barca will end up winning this comfortably 3-0.
Sports will go for a 3-0 Barcelona win.